walk us through maybe like 10-day increments at a time, right? 10 days is I mean, a little longer than a week, but like what was happening in those first 100 days? Every 10 days, did you feel like things were radically shifting from week to week, or did you feel like you were kind of doing the exact same thing for 100 days?
Okay, so the first 10 days was being very lost because it's that freedom paradox where I don't have an employer telling me what to do or KPIs or things. So yeah, but let's just write off the first 10 days. It was just going around in circles.
It was a freebie. It was your unused vacation time.
Totally. And just also trying to like be useful, look like I was doing something, trying to tell myself I'm not lost, I'm all good, and calming myself down because it was a very crazy emotional time. And yeah, I think in that 10 days, I was like on such a high, and then I would have moments where I'd just be randomly crying in my car, and then I'd be on a high again, like, woo, I'm free. Anyway, sorted the 10 days out. And one of the big things that I'm so proud that I did was starting to show up daily on social media. Like that was a daily discipline of mine that I knew from the beginning. And it was around the era that Gary Vaynerchuk was really getting, he was new and getting quite big, and he had just written the book Crush It.
Mm-hmm.
And I bought that book and I read it, devoured it. And I'm so happy that I did, as in understanding the importance of personal branding, but also the consistency behind that. And so, as I mentioned earlier, my biggest platform was LinkedIn. I had years and years of networking on there, candidates, hiring managers, the whole thing. And I knew that not a lot of them would really bother to learn from me, but it was still a great platform to go off as opposed to starting from my Instagram account, which had 20 people. So
Mm-hmm.
I ripped the band-aid off. LinkedIn can be extremely intimidating, especially because it's your career platform and you're coming out as a personal brand. But I was like, if I don't do this, if I keep hiding behind this fear, there is a long road ahead of trying to build up an Instagram account. And that will come eventually, but let's just start at the easiest point, which was LinkedIn. And so every day, Ellen, I like said, I'm going to show up for at least 30 seconds to 1 minute a day with a video. And so the next 10 days and the next 10 days and the next 10 days, like forever, like even to this day now, I show up daily on socials, but that was where the habit formed. And I would just like get my camera out and say, hey guys, this is my really like my first week full time as an entrepreneur. And I am so excited to be here. I want to document my journey. So there's the ode to Gary. And I want to talk about what unfolds during this time. And guess what? Like people were cheering me on, and I got more people following because they were fascinated with this and they knew the past version of me inside of corporate. And they're like, hang on a sec, what? Ruby's what? What's she done? So it created this buzz around my account. And so many amazing things came from that. An immense amount of connection with my audience, incredible amount of engagement. And like your story is so powerful. If you are listening and you're thinking, oh, I've got nothing to share, it's so boring. I thought I had nothing to share. Like it was so intimidating to be like, I'm a brand new baby business owner. And I just honestly, like at times I felt like, I don't know, just a bit of an idiot. Like, oh, why am I doing this? Or this is like, I'm not like a personal brand that people know. But I think that humble beginnings essence is so unseen in the world of entrepreneurship. It's like, oh, she went from like a nothing to overnight success. But I kind of addressed the whole thing where it's like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just going to document and show you how I'm doing this. And that was the premise of actually cultivating an audience that they were ready to buy. And I didn't know I was doing this at the time. I really didn't.